We are Africans and Africa is our business. Today, I want to talk about a country in the West African region, a country that has faced a lot of fame in the latter day years. This country is known as Upper Volta. Upper Volta was a country that was colonized by the French in 1897. French administrators who came to Upper Volta wanted to invest in the resources that Upper Volta had. While investing in the resources, there was gold, and gold is the invention of money. Where there is gold, there is money. Previously, if you can remember, there was barter trade where you give me a cow, I give you a goat. You give me beans, I give you maize. But since there was no divisibility of goods, there was no mutual benefit, whereby you want a cow, but I don't have a cow, rather I have chicken. There was the invention of money. So the French introduced money, while the British also introduced money at the same time. It was an era whereby there was investing of gold in the continent. This is what happened. If you bring a certain amount of gold, you get a piece of money. That is a representation. If you show a white person this amount, then you're going to get some amount of services compared to the amount. And it was represented by gold coins. Gold coins came in for that purpose. A gold coin was very, very important during that regime, and that was when the rat race started. The French regime by Burkina Faso registered great revolution from Samore Toure. Samore Toure was a leader in Agadougou. Agadougou is the capital city of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso was later known as Burkina Faso by Thomas Sankara. That was after 1960 when they get their independence. And then in 1984, Thomas Sankara took over through a coup d'etat, which the military took over the continent, took over the country of Burkina Faso. He named it Burkina Faso as an upright country with honest people. It was a representation of true leadership, of true honesty, of true power for the people. And that was the definition of Thomas Sankara, an honest person, somebody who was liked by the people despite navigating democracy and taking it into his own hands, the power of the people. So this is what happened. When Thomas Sankara got into power, there was a lot of revolution from his friend, classmate, and everyone who knew him as Blaise Compaoré. Blaise Compaoré was at the same school with Thomas Sankara. Blaise Compaoré was a friend to Thomas Sankara till they rised up the ladder of power when he wanted to get the power for himself and decided to assassinate Thomas Sankara with 3 of his friends. Blaise Compaoré became now the president of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso has had various coups in the last 2 years, 2 coups in 1 year. That is 2022. And these 2 coups they were serious about Blaise Compaoré being the president for 27 years and claiming that this is not true democracy. And he was a friend of the French people. They were having various terrorism attacks, and 4,000 died in Burkina Faso. And the Sahel countries, 4.8 million faced food insecurity, 2.2 million were internally displaced, and many other things happened in Burkina Faso that led to the coup d'etat. In the coup d'etat, there was Paul-Henri Damiba. Paul-Henri Damiba was the president of Burkina Faso then. In the early 2022, they disagreed with Ibrahim Traoré, and people claim that Ibrahim Traoré is the incarnate of Thomas Sankara, the upright man. Ibrahim Traoré and Thomas Sankara have something in common. They are the true meaning of reducing expenses for the government. They have reduced the minister's salary by 50%, and they have Ibrahim Traoré has reduced the salary by 50%. Thomas Sankara was of the idea to give 2 vehicles for 1 minister. While he himself didn't have much, he only had 1 vehicle as the president. While Ibrahim Traoré, the thing that he did is maintain his capitane. Capitane is captain in the French Revolution, in their language known as Mosi. Capitane, captain. his captain salary. A captain is a junior officer who took over at the age of 34 years. He took over the presidency of the French, the presidency of Burkina Faso, the president of Upper Volta. That is what they called it, Upper Volta, before it was changed by Sankara. This guy, Traore, is supposed to retire in June 2024. But in the last 2 days, Traore is now not retiring in 2024. He is given 7 more years. He will retire in 2029. That is to say that he is no longer an interim president, but he is going to be the president of Burkina Faso with all the power of a president. As an interim president, it was a military-led operation whereby the military are holding office for a certain amount of period before democracy happens. But since democracy was redefined in West Africa, there has been a difference in terms of ruling of Burkina Faso. This is what Traore has done in the past days that led to leaders and lawmakers to instill him for the next 7 years. He is focused on production and he has given 400 tractors to farmers, 239 motorcycles, 710 motor pumps, 714 motorcycles, and in terms of produce, he has given 68,000 fertilizers, tons of fertilizers, 10,000 tons of vegetable seeds, 23,000 tons of feed seeds, 10,000 tons of concentrated foods. He believes in mechanism of production by allowing mechanism and technology to take place in production. He's giving farmers seeds, fertilizers, and machinery for the work to be done. Now, is this a good idea? While at the same time, there is gold mining in West Africa. Traore, is he really an incarnation of Thomas Sankara, believing in an upright man? First of all, I want to conclude with upright, the meaning of upright. I want to recommend this from a girl in Pangani, mwenye alirudisha 30 million. That is the real definition of upright, whereby our leaders can be trusted and are honest with integrity. Otherwise, don't forget to like and follow Story na Mose.